Yes, that's a cold draft blowing through there. I don't think it's very warm this morning. So it's day one, sea day one, and it's 5:30 in the morning, and unfortunately Sue's got this rather annoying habit, no matter how big the bed is, that she slides across onto my side during the night. So last night I decided I needed a little bit of a deterrent. So try not to come onto my side of the bed because it might be dangerous for you.
Do you think?
Yes. I couldn't really leave it like that, could I? So I took a tank trap down, and lo and behold, it's 5:30, so here I am on the Ventura, and it's been a bit of a foggy, murky night, but as you can see, there's a nice clear sky, and I think it's going to be a glorious day. We are in the midst of a enhanced sanitation protocol, because apparently we got an email from P&O saying that due to one or two people coming down with gastroenteritis / norovirus type symptoms on the previous cruise, they were delaying departure for 1.5 hours while they did a deep clean, and they put enhanced sanitation protocols in place, which is, fair play to them. That means basically hand sanitizers as usual, which is nothing new really, and actually I think you should be doing that anyway. They've asked us to wash our hands more frequently, which, well, most of us would want to do that as well. One of the biggest things that they're doing at the moment is they are serving everything in the buffets, including the teas and coffees. You can't help yourself to anything. Now, it's looking very much like, I'm stood outside the Waterside Cafe, and it's looking very much like it's closed, because it doesn't open until about 6 anyway. I'm guessing that I can't just walk up and get my coffee and muffin as normal, which is really going to be a bit of a downside, because I do like to go and grab a coffee and have a wander around the deck, so I hope that's not going to be a problem. Here's the Waterside Cafe. Let's see how we fare, shall we? I guarantee this is the emptiest you will ever see this buffet restaurant. No coffee on it so far. So this is the tea and coffee station. Good morning. What time does coffee open? 6:30. Oh, that's a long time. Okay, thank you. 6:30. That's not good, is it? Now then. We said last night when we came up for our evening meal. Morning. Oh, he's got coffee. He can help himself to coffee. We said that there wasn't much seating areas, but actually as we walked a bit further down the back, there is a large seating area at the back, which again I don't actually recall, but it means there's a little bit extra room. We'll have another look, because it was a little bit packed last night. I'm not surprised, because I don't think many people wanted to go to the formal restaurants last night, especially as we set off so late. Because not only did we get delayed with the deep clean for the norovirus thing, but unfortunately, it's very sad, somebody apparently had a mishap on the ship. I'm assuming some sort of fall or something, and had to be taken off to the hospital even before the cruise had started. That has got to be like the worst scenario ever, hasn't it? So, you know, I do feel for that person or family, I assume, because it can't be much fun not even getting to set off. So we didn't set off till just after 7, and by then it was a bit too late to be going off to the main dining room for dinner, and we certainly weren't getting changed. In fact, we haven't even unpacked. So that's the job to do today. As you can see, hopefully behind me, the sun is just coming up, and it is going to be, I think, a beautiful day. I'm wishing now that I had bought a coffee mug, to, you know, one of the insulated ones to take around with me. Ah, where did we get to drink?
Yeah, you've told one of the guys to come and get it.
I said I've just asked them and they said not till 6:30.
Oh, right, I just asked someone.
Oh, right, good on you. Well, there you go. I've not been forceful enough, obviously. Let's go and see if I can drag somebody out. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Is it possible to get a cup of coffee?
Coffee, sir.
Is it possible to get a coffee?
Sir, you can try in the coffee counter.
Oh, can I, get my home?
Yes, sir. We have coffee counter in the
Yeah,
in the other side.
I thought you'd had to get somebody to do it.
It's okay, sir. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, right, so this is really confusing. That guy I've just passed said you have to ask somebody and they go and fetch it you. And this guy just said go and help yourself. So, excellent. Now I'm going to step behind here. Hello. Coffee? Can I grab one or? Yeah. Oh, getting one served. Right, so there you go. That's the first mark down, because they don't seem to know what they're doing. Ironically, the guy who just served me the coffee was actually fetching himself one, so that's probably why I got one. Right, where shall we go next then? I think let's pop up a deck and see what's going on upstairs. But no muffin, of course. Oh, can't get out that way. Okay. It always makes me laugh how they barrier off one exit, but you can go out the opposite side. I'll just negotiate the trip hazard. I mean, in fairness to the crew, I'm not supposed to be up here this early probably, but you know, you've got to cater for all of your clients. Oh, climbing stairs is not my forte. And so we're out on the back of the ship on the terrace bar, which I vaguely remember that so far is a very serene, quiet sea. I love it. And for those of you who ask every time, why do you love cruising so much? This is exactly why. It is so calm and serene. In a world that doesn't do calm, and very often isn't serene. Good morning. Right. Shall we try up another floor? Now then, we need to see, was that the same Ventura sign that we had on the first time round? I can't remember. Has it had a repaint? I really don't remember this ship at all. Which I suppose is a good thing, because it's like a new experience, isn't it? So it's going to be a bit of an adventure, refreshing our memories. That is, I thought it was called the Manhattan, but I think I was wrong. It was the Metropolis. And I do remember coming up one night and having a cocktail sat just there in that little nib that crops out over the side of the ship, which is quite nice. And then we go, that's deck 18, this is the last deck, 19, still stood in puddles. It might have had a bit of spray overnight because they're washing the salt off everywhere. You'll have to excuse my slow progress up the stairs. My knees aren't what they used to be. And we are now at, I believe, the highest point in the ship, which is deck 19. If it sounds windy, it's not. There's a very tiny breeze blowing, and you'd expect it, the fact that you're right on top of the ship, but it's not windy at all. It's very pleasant. And look at that sea, it's as calm as anything. Yes, I'm looking forward to this sports deck. You wouldn't want to be playing basketball on there. Oh, actually, you can get up another level. Now, I like the fact you've got a wheelchair ramp to there. That means there's a lift, because otherwise there's not much point in a wheelchair ramp. And this is the back sunbathing area. It's almost like an infinity. Yep, that's quite a big area. Got quite a few people on there. Yeah, so that's a ramp up there. Is there a lift then? Otherwise, why is there a ramp? Ah, here's a door. A square door. Let's open the door. Oh, actually, it's a bit warmer in here. That's the lift to deck 19. So the whole of the ship is wheelchair friendly so far, which is pretty good. Bear in mind it was built quite a few years ago. Let's go down to deck 7 onto the promenade. Press the button. Wait for the lift to appear. Can't fault that. We are indeed. So we are. Now we don't. Oh, that's the Havana Club. Shall we have a look around the Havana Club while I'm here? This is a very nice place. I do remember trying to get in here one night to see somebody on the stage, and you couldn't shift. It was packed. But it is a very, very nice venue. Nicely laid out. We'll see if we fare better on this occasion. Now, one thing we didn't notice when we was here last time, because it wasn't necessary, is the fact that one side of the promenade entrance is steps and the other side is a ramp. Ooh. That's breezy. Well, look at that sea. I don't know if I even remember the promenade, because all promenades to me look the same. But I do remember when you get to the end of this, there's a very tall staircase leads you to the front, which is a bit of a shame because it means you can't push the wheelchairs all the way around the promenade and do a full circuit. You have to sort of stop at the end and turn back and go back the opposite way, which I don't know why they designed it that way, but it is a bit of a shame. Not accessible for everybody. But having said that, there's plenty of promenade for you to walk up and down on without that last little bit. So it shouldn't deter anybody from coming on. And some of the ships don't have a full promenade anyway. Some just have like a little strip down either side that you can walk on. Some of them don't have a promenade at all. You know what? I can't remember the Virtuosa, what that promenade was like, but I know Iona had a really nice one. And you could walk all the way around with that and push through round. And so yeah, this one is a little bit lacking in that respect, but let's not grumble too much about it, okay? Anyway, doesn't time fly? Stop that noise, you see. It's already 6:30, so that must mean I can go back and get my muffin. So there you have the entry to the front of the promenade, and closed. That's either going to be too windy or too wet, one of them. Wow. That sounds rough, doesn't it? Oh dear, so come back inside the ship. Going to go back up and get a fresh coffee. And there's a little lady sat outside, complaining. Where did you get that coffee from? That's from the waterside on 15. Oh, I'm not going all the way up there for a coffee. Why haven't they got it here on the promenade deck? Why isn't anywhere on the promenade deck you can get a coffee? I said, well, there isn't, so you have to go up on 15. Oh, I've got to go all the way up to 15 and get a coffee and come all the way back down again. I said, for God's sake, that's why there's lifts. Just use the lift. If they're going to be complaining like this 14 days, I will be pulling what is left of my hair out. Now, for anybody who's thinking, wow, Robert, that's a harsh haircut. I had a little bit of an accident with the clippers the week before we came out, and you think this is short, you should have seen it last week. But it is going back. I reckon by September it will be back to my normal length. The sign says waterside is open, so let's go and get a coffee. Now, my daughter thought it would be a great idea for us to all have matching hoodies when we came onto the ship, and here they are. But unfortunately, it was 25 degrees yesterday and it was just too hot to wear them, so we haven't actually all had them on yet. I'm sure there will be a photo opportunity at some point. Sorry? Oh, the buffet is open? Oh, excellent. There you go. I'm going to leave my coffee here and go and grab that muffin. I'll be straight back. So here we are. First buffet. Thank you. Good morning. Could I? What's the afternoon one? Could I get a couple of the vanilla muffins, please?
Vanilla muffins?
Yep. Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much.
Sir.
There you go. That's what we've been waiting for. So the buffet's quite nice actually. It's well laid out. Got some nice food on. Two sides. quite a bit smaller than what we've been used to on the Iona, but then if you will see from my previous videos, I wasn't overly impressed with that one anyway. I still don't think you can beat the Oceanas. It's a shame that they got rid of that ship. I thought it was probably one of the nicest restaurants out. We've not got anything really planned for this cruise, we've got no excursions, but we're just going to go with the flow and see what happens. It's interesting for me because even though we've been on this ship many years ago, I cannot remember any of it. So I brought some footage from the original cruise videos to try and compare that with what it is now, and we'll see if anything's changed, we'll see if any of the decors change, we'll see if they've changed any of the venues. We certainly didn't have the beach house restaurant when we first came, so I'm not sure what was there in its place. At the end of the day, we're here to enjoy the cruise, so stick with us and see what we get up to, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as we do. So I'm going to finish this and then get back and go and fetch Sue, and then we're going to go for breakfast because, you know, we have to have breakfast, don't you, first thing in the morning. So don't forget, as always, please subscribe if you want to follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook if you look up Travel with Rob and Sue, and we've also got our website, which is robandsue.uk. Well, the ship is coming to life. Anybody having an early morning dip? Not at the moment, unless you want to do it via netting. Yep. Nobody in there at the moment. Automatic door. There you go, so it is. Ooh. So, 6:40 and the ship is coming to life. The thing is with the buffet is most people complain it's really crowded, but if you turn up dead, you know, as it opens, then it ain't that bad. It's just, you know, if you leave it till popular hours, you're going to get everybody turning up at the same time. So you can't really grumble if you're going to turn up at peak times. So my advice for the buffet is 6:30 and then go back and have a nice sit down somewhere. So that's my first early morning walk around. It's time to go and wake Sue up. That's assuming I can get back in. My card stopped working last night. And they said, oh, you've had it near your phone. And I hadn't. It just decided to stop working. So I had it fixed last night and I've tried it before I came out. So here we go. Well, here's a quick update. We are currently going across the Bay of Biscay. I think it's relatively smooth, there's a bit of a roll. We're starting to feel a bit of motion on the ship. But it's been a reasonable day, a bit cool on deck. We've managed to find a little corner to hide away in and stay warm. There's been plenty of people outside and one or two in the pool. It's not been too bad. It could be worse, it could be raining. Sue's gone off to play bingo, and I've just come back to the room, tied up a little bit, and then we're going to be off for our first black tie event tonight. So we will be seeing us soon in all our regalia as well as everybody else on the ship. I always find it quite interesting to see how people dress up on black tie night. Some people go to town, some people don't bother. Each to their own, as I say.